You know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life. This and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga. This a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara. Here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about you really say this loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. Hey, they said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or you take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. Look. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. It pump smoke, never try to. The day that all my brother be the dead and sold out on. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told him I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun that would die. Yeah, Easy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, fear, give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know that's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know a blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Test 1 2 1 2 Test 1 2 1 2. Hey, shalom, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Loud clear.
Most High Christ. Hey, shalom, Cap. Y'all about to mash up a guitar.
Shalom.
We can't hear you now.
So what?
There you go. Oh, you just ain't had a mic, Salaki.
Oh, Salaki. So you hear me good now?
Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah.
Come, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. We just getting some technical things together. Go ahead, y'all.
Now I was about to ask if you could send me the link so I can send it out, but I got it. No sweat. It's
Yeah.
email.
Email and everything. Okay, so we just setting up some different stuff here. Trying to get these different destinations out. So today, right now, if you tuning in, you can also tune in on live on the Chainbreakers Instagram, Chainbreakers_TV. We live on Instagram. Y'all mock basically you holding that down, right? If anybody, you should be able to see if anyone has questions over there, right?
You know what? Yeah, I can. So Most High in Christ. Yeah, I see. I see all the brothers tuning in. Not a y'all. Most High in Christ. Y'all can see everything on this end.
Most High in Christ. All right, so we good to go on all channels. I can see the other channels over here. You know what I'm saying? So we good to go.
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ.
I mean, Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shemel. Yahweh Shema, all the thumb, Shemel, shout out to all the sisters. This is the Chain Breakers podcast brought to you by the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. The truth since 1969 that so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians are the true Jews, the true Israelites of the Bible. You understand? And of course, on the Chain Breakers podcast, we all about breaking the chains of oppression that are on our people's minds. They took the physical chains off and simply replaced them with mental chains that have destroyed our people beyond recognition in ways that we couldn't even fathom. You thought the physical chains was bad. The mental chains are way, way, way worse. You understand? And so what we want to do here is expose all of those things, those mental chains, expose the oppressor for who he is, expose America for what it is, and get our brothers and sisters to wake up out of out of that horrible state of slavery that they're in. So of course I cannot do this show without my brothers. You know what I'm saying? My Ottawa, my Akim. You know what I'm saying? Who of course I got to introduce. I got to start out with my Ottawa holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Salakia Ottawa, yeah. Hold up. Your Garwap means your name is a fly name, and I cannot remember what it means again. Salakia, so it's something crazy.
That means the Lord's fist.
The Lord's fist. Damn right. The Lord's fist.
Yes,
Of 10,000, your Garwap holding it down.
Damn
in
right.
Oklahoma City. Everything to Wild Cat.
Yeah, everything to Wild.
Most High in Christ. And of
it's
course,
a little hectic around this time of year.
You said what, sir?
I said it's hectic this time of year,
Right. Come on, for sure.
Yeah.
So the oppressor is still the devil in Oklahoma City. Is that correct, sir?
Oh, yeah. Oh, good Lord. You're going to stop being the devil, you know what I'm saying? All the time.
Most High in Christ. Then, of course, we can't do this, man. It wouldn't even be right if I didn't have my brother, officer of 1,000 out of, Vietnam, out of the Ville, holding it down out there, you know what I'm saying? North Carolina's finest, my brother, officer of 1,000 Kowal, man.
Water, brother. Water for the intro. Oh, man.
100 grand, you know what I'm saying? How's everything going on out there in the Ville, bro?
Hey, ain't nothing changed, man. You already know. Same old. Get ready for this Passover, man. Everybody get ready to come to the Passover, man.
Yeah, man.
Damn right. Y'all gonna see Officer Kowal at that Passover, and Captain Yagarwap, myself.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see us at that Passover right here in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get your affairs in order, get your hotels in order. Make sure you pay your Passover fee, $200 per adult, 17 years of age and older. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do that. Yeah, man, we gonna rock out, man. It's gonna be a Tawab thing, all right? A glorious thing, of course. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, you know what I'm saying? My brother, my day one, my guy, Bull City's finest. You know what I'm saying? This guy thinks that he can play some sports, but he actually cannot. My brother also 1,000 yard mark, bro. What's
Damn right.
Most High in Christ, the water. That's crazy though. That's insane.
Well, I won't say that he can't play no sports. That would be a lie. But I will tell you something though. In that Madden,
Go ahead.
We might be evenly matched. I don't know.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
You the best. You got it. You the best.
He owed me one. We ran one the other day, man, and I pulled out the dub surprisingly because I think the first time we played, he smacked me by some crazy amount, like by 30 or something like that. So this is my first time playing Madden 24. And, we had a good matchup. Of course, his team threw like an insane amount of picks, but we'll talk about that another time. So of course, Tabawan. You know what I'm saying? Here go Trooper Hawan. Look at Hawan looking in the comments talking about that Madden. Hawan, you can't play no Madden.
Hey, Hawan, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, I will send the link. Get out of here.
Don't want these problems, bro. Don't do it. No sweat, though.
I might have to tell that story too.
You said what, Mark?
I might have to tell that story. If Hawan say one more thing, I'm gonna tell that.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
Hey, Hawan is nice and Madden though, man. That brother was, doing that e-sport and all of that at the college we was at. So, get nice with it.
Hey, most High in Christ, so when you got to see me though, bro. You got to see me because I'm the new champ as far as I'm concerned with my one victory that I have. So, bro, you got to see me. But no sweat. We're going to get right into it for today's Salakia. Another Tawab show. You know what I mean? Also, man, if anybody wants to, to talk to us, man, you just let us know in the comments. We can shoot you the link. You know what I mean? And you can, come on if you got a question or a comment or what have you. Again, we're working on getting a call in, but for now, this works just the same. And in fact, it also helps if you want to be seen on the camera. We could do that as well. So just do that. Yeah, if you want to, have a comment or a question, we'll shoot you the link and you can talk to us. All right. Most High in Christ. Also, do not forget, pay your tithes, man. Make sure you pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Also, again, if you want to shoot us different topics or stories, you can send them to chainbreakerspodcast@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? We'll look through them, sift through them. You know what I mean? And if you got some good stories, then we'll put them up and we'll discuss them, break them down, whatever you want to do. All right. Also, do not forget, very, very important, to like, share, and subscribe to all of these channels. Right now, we are broadcasting from 4 different platforms, but only on 4 channels. We're not broadcasting from a bunch of different Facebooks, a bunch of different YouTubes, a bunch of different Twitter. No, we are on Instagram, Chainbreakers_TV. We are on X, formerly known as Twitter, UPK Durham. We're on YouTube, only on the Chainbreakers YouTube. So you got to go to Chain Breakers Podcast on YouTube. We're on YouTube. And then on Facebook, we're broadcasting from the Durham Israelites by I.S.U.P.K Durham. Okay, so make sure you go to those different channels, support, you know what I'm saying, like those channels, share those channels or whatever, and help us push this truth, right? But so I always like to do it before we started a little late, but it's all good. We'll push the show, you know what I'm saying, another 30 minutes out to about 2:30. Of course, again, we were working on getting these channels. Some of the channels are new, so we had to get different, keys and stuff and email stuff to get them rocking. But I always like to start with giving my brothers an opportunity, if there's anything they want to talk about, real brief, before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's stories. Excuse me. If there's something that they want to go into, so of course, Captain Yagarwap, was there anything you wanted to bring out before we get ready?
Now we can just jump on. We can jump in it.
Most High in Christ.
Go ahead and jump in it.
Hey, Kawal, you had something, bro?
Oh, let's get it, baby.
Yarmak.
Javelin raffle. Make sure y'all sending in y'all raffles. Big shout out to Sister Lawaya. She sent in 20. She done got 4 Jones, man. So yeah, man. So big shout out to
$20 from.
You said what?
So where the hell she get $20 from? What the hell is this?
Look, I don't know, man, but traveling. So shout out to everybody that's supporting, man. And again, this raffle, the first prize is going to be a whole sweatsuit Javelin Season 2 Redcon 1 with the Tazariak and the Javelin Tazariak body butter and the oil. So you get a whole package, man. It's like $145 deal for a $5 raffle. So make sure y'all tune in. I mean, get in that. We're gonna do it on February the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So that's it. That's all I got.
Most High in Christ, man. Most High in Christ. Yeah, I'm just messing with the Sister Lawaya, of course, my rib. So I know at least one of those entries is for me. Whether she said it, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I might have to, right? No sweat. Let's get into it for today. Okay, so this is the first thing I want to talk about, right? So again, a lot of stuff going on, real heavy in the world. Let's talk about let's matter of fact, we'll go to this one first. Let's talk about, y'all heard about the tunnels that the Jewish people in New York have been crawling through these tunnels. Have y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
This is a wild. Me and y'all Mark say talk about it. This world is a scary place. It is wild. Every day you turn on the news or what have you, and it's like it's something I never thought I would see. It really is quite astonishing. So we're gonna get into this story about these tunnels. Does anybody have a little bit of like a basic understanding of what took place? It's kind of give people a premise before we go ahead and actually read about what's going on.
God.
Yeah, you are, Mark.
Yeah, let me know if it's a delay too. But I mean, as far as I know,
it was. I saw a little delay.
I might have to restart my job. Con, it might be me. I might have to restart.
Con.
But go ahead, Yarmark.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as what I heard the general brought out was that there was pretty much two sets of these Orthodox Jews, these Jewish people, who eventually, for one reason or another, they separated from each other, and as they separated from each other, of course, the Jewish people who was in a synagogue kicked this other group of Jewish people out of the synagogue and wouldn't allow them to come in there, and I guess worship or do whatever foods work that they do in there. And so, as a result, the Jewish people knew of the underground tunnels that were built. You understand? Because there was a time before the COVID where they would go into these what they call them, mistoffs or these bathhouses or whatnot. They call it something else, which this whistleblower was breaking down how they had like a rape assembly line of children, and really we could go into that too because I got that information. But they were going to these bathhouses, and during COVID they closed it up because it was of course it was COVID, right? So they had to limit that. So they ended up going through these tunnels and breaking into they call it the synagogue, and they broke in there so that they can physically beat and harm the people who had previously kicked them out, and they pretty much just went to war with each other. So they went through them tunnels to get at them Jewish people that kicked them out, so that they can whoop their ass, and that's pretty much what they are, and that's God's right, according to the world. Right. That sound like something else. That sound like some gutter. That sound like they coming from the gutter.
Right. That's what it sounds like, quite literally.
Quite literally. I made a post on Twitter too. It's funny. I think it's funny as hell. But because New York always gets criticized for rats. Stopperwine, I'm sure you can attest to this. Most people, they think of New York, they think of hip hop, they think of tall buildings, they think of pizza and Nas and Jay-Z, but then they also think of rats. And you know what? I was one of those people. I used to suffer from the ratism of New York City, that disease that just makes you think of rats in New York. Yeah. But you know what? I've been healed. And I finally realized who the real rat in New York actually is. It's not a rodent. It's not a rodent at all. It's not a mouse. It's not a rat. It's a Jewish man. The Jewish man is the actual rat of Brooklyn. He's the real rat of the Bronx. He is the rat of New York. You understand? And they proved it by crawling out them tunnels like rats, like they Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatnot. If you've seen the video, it's funny. They are hilarious. I don't see how people take them serious, man. They are so hilarious crawling out of them tunnels, looking with the hats, man.
Bro, that is hilarious. And you know what's crazy about that? And I'm gonna say it, even though Yarmark didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. When me and Yarmark was just in New York, Kowal too. But when we was in New York, I know y'all had left, but we stayed behind or whatever. We was just chilling all day, getting ready to go out that night. Me and Yarmark walking up the block. We walking up. I
forgot about this.
And if on the corner where the school is basically on the corner of 124th and 3rd Avenue. We're walking up to 2nd Avenue, and there's like a little like a lot. There's like a parking lot that we was about to walk through, but then some lady yelled at me and was like, "Nigga, don't you dare!" And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just keep walking. But right as we're walking there, a gigantic rat scurries across. And Yarmark was like, "Yo." And I'm like, "Yo," and I'm from New York. I'm like, I can't even front. I'm like, that's crazy. A giant rat. But anyways, I gotta show a picture based on what Yarmark just said. Now, mind you, don't clip us. YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook. We are just all we're doing is talking about what the people have been saying. That's all we're doing. This is these do not express the opinions of we're just telling you what the people have been saying. That's all. But check this out. I want to show a picture that the Anti-Defamation League posted on their website, because unfortunately, this horrible incident has been causing so much anti-Semitism The anti-Semitism has just been horrible and foul. And look at the kind of images the people are saying when it comes to the good Jewish folks of New York City. Look what they're showing them as. This is terrible. Look at this. Come on, man. Come on, man. How you gonna show them like this, man?
I said it first.
Yep.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. You gonna put a top Abe Lincoln top hat and a said this is what they saying they're the real rats
Man,
in the sewers. They're the real rats under the ground, man. That's what they're saying, bro.
Right.
It's so unfortunate, but it's the crazy part about it is how real it is. So let me just read a little something, if I could, Bob Kashah, briefly. I'm gonna read something real brief. Shalakia. Oh, I'm not getting rid of this photo either. How do I want to make sure this stays up? So let me get rid of this website. Okay. Y'all just keep looking at Stuart Little over here.
And
you know what I'm
Ratatouille.
saying, with the top hat. Yeah, Ratatouille or Ratatouille. Look at Ratatouille right there. And you just look at him while I read this. Okay, so listen look at this information. This is crazy. This is the background of what Yarmak was saying. It says Hasidic Jewish teens. Now listen, these are the people who perpetrated this whole thing. These are teenagers. It says Hasidic Jewish teens hired migrant laborers to dig secret tunnel under their sex headquarters after starting the project themselves and putting dirt in their pockets, source claims. The migrants were living in the vacant building next door, which the boys wanted the synagogue to expand into. A dozen boys were arrested Monday when they tried to prevent the work from being undone. Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, seen as the Messiah by some in the group, instructed his followers to expand his former home or redemption. Young members of a Hasidic group in Brooklyn secretly hired migrant workers to notice that they secretly hired migrant. You know what that means. To dig a tunnel under their Brooklyn headquarters when their elders refused to expand the sanctuary. 6 members of the Chabad Lubavitch group first began digging on their own, using crude tools in their own hands, stuffing dirt into their pockets to hide the project from their synagogue's leaders, according to the New York Post. Here's a quote. You've seen the movie The Shawshank Redemption? That's what these young men did at first. They dug and put the dirt in their pockets. Chabad Lubavitch member Eaton Kalmowitz told the outlet. The young men then reportedly did a collection to pay migrants to finish the job they started, and the workers lived at the abandoned building next door while the project continued. The building next door and an abandoned ritual bathhouse is where the boys were hoping to expand their synagogue at 770 Eastern Parkway, as apparently mandated by the sect's late Messiah, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's a little bit more, but I want to get, bro. Teenagers. So they're quite literally now. So they're already calling them Ninja Turtles because they're underground. They also are teenagers. They have every part except for the turtle part. Even though we of course know that the leader of the Ninja Turtles was, listen, the story is writing itself, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this up. These kids dug tunnels under the damn place and put the dirt in their pockets so they can try to take back, what I guess they felt was theirs, and so on. Cap, you look like you when you hear this, and then they hired migrant workers to do this work. What goes through your mind when you hear something like that? These people doing this diabolical thing.
I mean, the Jewish man, boy, good Lord, he's terrible. He's awful. Man, but come on, man. Come on. But the way those people are, the way they stole our identity and everything, you can just come on, man. Any heathen, what they do now is like good, it's not shocking me at all.
Right.
We know our time is short when all these things being found out about them, what they doing and stuff like that. And look, if they found out this tunnels or whatever they doing, what about the things that they didn't find about them?
Right.
What about the tunnels that we don't know about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They found out about Mark Zuckerberg. He then in Hawaii digging bunkers underground. So they really they really trying to run, but see, hey, they can run, but they can't hide from the Most High. Whatever they do is going to be found out. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say the heavens will reveal his iniquity. Right. That means the Lord is going to reveal all the sins and all the evil that he's doing. He ain't going to hide. And it's a beautiful thing being in truth, being the priest and prophet of the Most High up here in I.S.U.P.K. We know that they ain't going to get away. I mean, it's a joke. We laughing at them. You know what I'm saying? They just as funny as brother. What y'all say about the leader of the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles was a rat? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just. I mean, we looking at them like, and they just doing all this evil being found out about them, and boy, I'm just waiting to see what's next.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, I got this description for you, because really the crazy part what you're saying, Adawan, is that y'all alluded to it too. According to the world in America, these are the people that we're supposed to follow. They're God's chosen people, and they're supposed to be a light unto all of us Gentiles. And we're supposed to follow them, and and they're the ones who are going to connect the rest of us to God, according to America. You know what I mean? But every day things like this are just showing you that is a complete and utter farce. So I got Revelation 2:9 if you want it, Cap. Oh, Salaki, so you got
Salaki.
Come on, sir. Salaki. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 9. Salaki. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Man, that's beautiful. I love to hear that. The blasphemy, the wicked lie of them that say they are Jews, and that is so heavy precept, because the Lord know about our troubles, know about we struggle, know about what the evil that's always been done to us. He know about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up to us, to be obedient unto the Most High and keep those laws, statutes, and commandments, so he can come back and get them devils that are against us. But he know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and they are not. The synagogue, the chief house of Satan. That's beautiful.
Right, Salakia. I'm going to just finish it. What are the synagogue of Satan?
Man, the synagogue, the chief house of Satan. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful right there. That's beautiful right there. Showing them, they know, the Lord knows who he's pointing out who they are to us as a people.
Right.
Man, I just pray everybody else, people outside the I.S.U.P.K, wake up and understand.
Come on. Damn right. Yeah, this is. Let me read on. Kawal, I don't know. I see you on. I know you got your audio on. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't sure if you were able to chime in or if you was kind of busy at the moment. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and just you know what I'm saying. You can just go ahead whenever you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know whenever you're ready, Kawal. But Salaki, I'm gonna actually show. Let me show a clip if I can. Let me show a clip. So a little clip right here. What you say, Kawal?
Yeah, it said Khan the water.
Yeah, the water, Khan, the water. I hear you.
Con, no sweat, no sweat. Let me just run a little bit of this clip. Little clip right here. Bear with me. Man, I hate these websites. Damn.
That looked like a bunch of thugs to me. I don't know about you. That looked like a bunch of thugs fighting, breaking and entering, looting. You understand? Assault, attempted murder.
God.
They need to work on it. You
For
understand?
real.
Like that was
Good
crazy.
Lord.
Like, and the crazy thing is this, and I know Thought on dropped off. But the crazy thing is that things like that, even when you read the comments, videos, like somebody named Weston Lincoln said, "I have no idea what's going on here, but it looks wild." Colin Rugg said that was my reaction. Still trying to figure this all out. From Carolina said, "Why was a solid mattress behind those panels?" Like the spirit behind this isn't the same spirit when you see the video of black men or Hispanic men fighting against each other. When you see
God.
black men fighting or getting in a tussle, you go straight to see. That's how them thugs act. That's how them gangsters act. But now we
God.
see a video, you understand, of these so-called Jewish men, behaving in themselves in a way that's unholy. You understand? This ain't holy. They fighting each other. They breaking into the synagogue, and we gotta say, oh man, I wonder what's going on. This is, you see what's going on, man. They are a bunch of thugs and a bunch of criminals, man. The
God.
so-called Jewish man is nothing more than a criminal and a rat, and he's been that since the beginning of time. And
That's
this is
it.
the problem with our people, man. That spell that is on us, that when we see it, we can't dish out the same dirt that they try to throw on us, man. When it's
God.
clear as day, it's clear as day. And here's the thing that black people got to understand: these type of actions or these type of things that we seen just now is only being seen because they beefing with each other from within. But think about the things that we don't see. Think about the people that they hurt together and they don't take videos and post it inside of that community. I was reading an article, right, of some high class rabbi. He had a lot of leadership in the Orthodox community in Brooklyn, right? And he came out and he said that when he went to some city over there in Israel, right, he had met another rabbi, and when he met him, he had a underage male who was raping him, basically. You understand? I don't know if I can use that word, but he was
Abusing him.
He was abusing him. And he said that when he abused him, he told him to get off. And the rabbi, the old man, it was looking at him like, what are you talking about? Don't tell me what to do with this boy. And so he came back to New York and he started just, pretty much they call it whistleblowing. And he was telling everything about what they were doing behind closed doors, about how they were using those bathhouses to abuse little children. And as reporters got involved, they estimated that he estimated that 50% of the children who lived in Bronx or Brooklyn, I forget where they was at, it was Brooklyn, of the Orthodox Jews have been molested in some way. Another reporter got involved, and she said that it is more than likely well over 50% of children in Brooklyn who have been molested by those Orthodox Jews in some way. And so we look at these stories and we think automatically that there's some explanation. There is some other, underlying detail of this story that we're missing, when the truth is that they're a bunch of rapists. They're a bunch of rapists. They're a bunch of murderers, a bunch of child molesters, a bunch of pedophiles, and a bunch of devils. That's what they are. You understand? And that's how black people should look at it. Black people should look at them in Brooklyn and they should lock their door. When you see a Jewish man come behind you, you should lock your door 20 times and make sure he hears it, because if you don't, he's going to break into your synagogue. He's going to dig a tunnel into your house, break into your synagogue, and then try to fight you. And then you know what you're going to find out? You're going to find blood on mattresses. You're going to find blood stains on mattresses for all the children that they've been molested, man. And that's the truth about your Jewish rabbi. That's the truth about the man you say is holier than thou, man. He ain't nothing but a piece of garbage, as the book of Revelation said. But Thou boy, you back, Salaki.
Salaki, I don't know how far into the video y'all saw, but did y'all see them getting it on with the cops?
Nah, I just started talking as soon as you dropped.
I appreciate that, brother. But Salaki, I'm gonna try to go to YouTube, because this is like, I just want to show the difference in the hypocrisy. So as they're in there, tearing down walls and all of this stuff.
I might got a video. You want to see if it'll play for me?
Yeah, good. Do your thing. If you got it, please.
Yeah, it's playing.
It's the same thing I was showing, but
yeah.
When the cops come, they start pulling them out of the holes. Pause. Yeah, right there.
Boy.
They start out of actual holes, bro.
Yo.
Look at the violence.
I can help. Trying to. Back up. Sitting up.
Literally coming out the wall. Yeah, they got into a full skirmish with the police, bro. Yeah, everybody got arrested. Nobody got beat to death. Nobody got shot by the NYPD. Now, you could take 10, but there was 30, 40, 50 so-called Jewish people up in that room going at it with the police. You take 5 black men that don't comply, someone's dead. Period. At the end of that skirmish, a black man is more than likely unalived. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But again, we can see easily the spirit of how people view them versus how we're viewed, and that's Commander General YAHANNA says, or said at that in the TITHES classic video, which now I'm going to be bumping even more than ever. You know what I'm saying? The real Jews of the Bible, the real Israelites are going through hell in America. Guess what? I'm from New York. All of them buildings, they digging tunnels and all of this. Guess what? They own all of those buildings. All of them. The building they in, they own it. The building they're trying to crawl into, some other so-called Jewish man owns. The building that your grandmother, if she hasn't already been, kicked out of her neighborhood that she'd been living in since the 40s, they own that building. They hiking up the rent on your tenement buildings and all of this stuff. All that stuff down there in Brooklyn, all them new developments down there, downtown Brooklyn, Crown Heights, Fort Greene, all of that, they own all of it.
Meanwhile,
go ahead.
Meanwhile, you can't even extend your deck past a certain limit without a permit.
Exactly.
You can't even make modifications to your own house without having to pay extra money. But they can dig tunnels. They can do whatever.
Dig tunnels. They can, no, you're absolutely right, brother. It's a completely different thing. And I tell you, if you were to uncover it, if we were to, because I could do it, man. We go into a whole series on it. I've seen it firsthand with my own eyes. I've seen the power of these people in my own neighborhood. I've seen it. I've seen them get a McDonald's closed because they were tired of seeing too many niggas in front of McDonald's. In my neighborhood, where most of the black people lived in like Left Rack, but a lot of it went to high school closer to me. And there was a McDonald's on 108th Street. Everybody went to that McDonald's. Everyone loves McDonald's. It's McDonald's. You almost have never in your life heard of a McDonald's closing down. It just doesn't happen. Well, this McDonald's was a place where a lot of kids after school who might have come from other neighborhoods would congregate in front of this McDonald's. Well, the so-called Jewish man in that neighborhood that he ran and runs until this day, he said, "Nope, we've had enough of it. You go to that same block. This is my block. You go to that block right now. Instead of there being a McDonald's and a sign that says 22 billion people served, now there's a Jewish bakery that no one but Jewish people go to. That's how they do, bro. I've seen them get traffic lights changed. There's another area close to my neighborhood where there was they got the like the red light cameras. Like you run a red light, it flash you.
Mm-hmm.
It was there for like a year. They complained and got it taken down. That's the kind of power that these people have, man. And I see that they didn't get that power by being sweet, old, nice, biblical, the saints, as the Bible says the Israelites are. No, they get it through violence, man. They get it through violence and being vile and disgusting and digging tunnels and crawling on their belly like an actual rat. You understand? You know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me what's going on. My brothers have explained it very, very well. We're going to continue to keep up with this story. You feel me? Just because again it's so outlandish. And I want to harp on again, Kowal, if you want to comment, please just let me know. But that part about the migrants, man, that part really upset me. That part really bothered me because the migrants, meaning what? Meaning my Issachar brothers. You know what I'm saying? Have a reputation for being what? For being criminals. Didn't Donald Trump say what? He called them rapists. Right? Mm-hmm. Our people have this reputation. Meanwhile, somebody abused the fact that my brothers just want an honest living. They just want to be able to feed their families. And, so they, you hire them to dig a tunnel or to, work on your house or something like that or do construction, they'll do it. And these little teenagers, little kids were smart enough to get these migrants to help them dig this tunnel for their evil ways, man. And now implicating them in this crime. And that's such a sad thing to see, man. Like, and guess what? And no one's, I doubt that this will be news a few weeks from now. Though people will forget about it, and that'll be the end of that. But you know what I mean? Like to abuse power in that way, man, is really just disgusting, especially for people who are trying to feed their families and their kids. And you just trying to be just a devil in whatever way you can be. Well, what are we looking at, Yarmak?
This topic, man. This is something that I seen earlier. This is like a video. I don't really need to show the video. It's just a video of farmers using technology to farm. And some brother took this video and posted it and said, we do not need illegal alien Latinos. We never did. And I had to comment, I had to say, who was we? Quite like, I need my Latino niggas. This is
Right.
theirs as much as it is ours. But it's just so insane because it's like, it's like we think it's almost like witchcraft, like General Muhammad said. You think you're somebody. Right. You think you are a black ass nigga,
right,
in America, talking about we don't need the Latinos. Who the fuck cares about what you want?
That's right.
I mean, come on, make it make sense. I never knew that black people had a say on tariffs. I never knew black people had a say on embargoes into this country. I didn't know black people had a say on what is exported into this country and imported. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck who do you think you are?
Right.
You are a slave in America talking about we don't need the Latinos.
That's right.
You are an idiot. And people who think like that, you make my blood boil. You know why? Because we don't need you. We don't need you. I can't wait to stand beside a Latino brother and stand with him in arms against you, against another black man. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to say, this is my brother, this Spanish-speaking Mexican Latino, whatever you want to call him. I can't wait to say he's my brother and say you're not. You're not my brother, even though you're black like me. Even though you have the same skin complexion like me, grew up in the same neighborhood as me, I can't wait to say it. Because you want to turn your back on people who go through the same slavery that you went through. The same torment that you went through. And I won't join you in that. We can't, the I.S.U.P.K will never join you in that to say that we don't need illegal alien Latinos. You nasty son of a bee. How dare you say something like that, man? When the Latinos fought for you in the at the Battle of Alamo. They fought for you so that you can have freedom. And you turn around and say that we don't need them. We need them. You know who else needs them, Tabawan? Them Jewish men.
That's right.
Them Jewish men sure needed them Latinos.
That's right.
They sure did need them Latinos. Donald Trump needs them Latinos. America needs them Latinos when they build them empires, when they build them skyscrapers, when they build your neighborhoods, you need them. But only black people feel like we don't need our brothers, man. You are simple-minded and dumb and stupid, and you are no leader for no people because you follow after the very man that wants to murder you, that wants to enslave you and the Latinos, man. But I had to bring that up because you said that. Salaki.
Damn right. No, well said, brother. Well said. It is a very, very, very tragic thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad you said that, bro, because that leads me on to the next topic. How do I say this, man? Well, we're not gonna go into it, but we can. I want to I'll just bring it up real quick. So, who's seen, this whole Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock thing? Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know much of the background on it. I don't know. I do know that Jason Whitlock is for lack of a better word, coon. I'm aware of that. Absolutely, right? But of course, the general talked about it in his class, and talked about Commander General YAHANNA has said, that you're going to see more black men going against black men. Now, do not put us in that category. We're priests and prophets of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We're not up here just ragging on black men just because we hating or because we unbrotherly. No, we're doing the work of priests and exposing lies and hypocrisy. So that's what we're doing. But nonetheless, such types are gaining, I won't say strength, but they're prevalent now. The black being a coon is in. Okay, it has a certain place. You got your black Trump supporters and so on and so forth in this day and age. And I want to spend some time talking about them. One in specific. So let me pull up this article, Baba Shah, about a very well-known of that ilk. All right, again, make sure everybody like, share, and subscribe, man. Let's get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? Put this broadcast, share it to your different social media platforms and all of that, man. Like I said, make some reels, man. We over here, Captain Yagarb and Yarmak and Kowal saying some heavy stuff, man. You know, y'all know that how to work that internet, man. Let's promote this truth. Let's push this truth. Okay. So bear with me. Go to this website right here. Here we go. Here we go. Who's familiar with I don't even like saying it, but Dr. Ben Carson.
God.
All right. So what y'all you all know this guy right here, Ben Carson. I remember Ben Carson because Captain Yagarwa, you get your mark?
No, I said from grade school. That's who
Right.
he was supposed
I
to
was
be.
gonna say,
Yeah.
this cat was like when I was young, going to a blackety black elementary school and junior high school, where we learned about Mary McLeod Bethune and you know, Frederick Douglass.
Yep.
About all of these types of people, Shirley Chisholm. You know, you open up the book and they got that cartoon. There's all these different black people, and during Black History Month, and they all smiling and they on the side of McDonald's cups and all this. And Ben Carson was one of those types. He was like a every book he's in there. Like, this dude is a brain surgeon and all of this stuff, right? Heart surgeon, whatever the hell he is, I don't remember, but you get the point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has completely fallen from grace in the eyes of black people. Okay. And we're going to see again why it's like you can't even look at this guy the same. Again, take another way from his accomplishments, but bruh, how the mighty have fallen. It says Dr. Ben Carson, this is a story from Atlanta Black Star. Dr. Ben Carson, this is what he told he's on the campaign trail. He's on the campaign trail. Hold up. There we go. Boom. He tells an Iowa crowd that America's history of slavery is nothing to be ashamed of as he campaigns for Donald Trump. I'm going to repeat this. Dr. Ben Carson tells Iowa crowd that America's history of slavery is nothing to be ashamed of as he campaigns for Donald Trump. You got, yes, that's right. That's what he said. Okay. So it says former U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Salakia, bear with me, let's get this picture up. Oh boy. God. Yeah, former U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Ben Carson, suggested that slavery should not be a source of shame. I want all my officers watching to pay attention to these words because you know Captain Yagarab, Yarmak, and Kowal about to break it down for you. He suggested that slavery should not be a source of shame for America and dismissed the idea of the existence of systemic racism while campaigning for Donald Trump on Thursday. During an event in Iowa, Carson downplayed the significance of slavery in American history, emphasizing that various societies throughout history have grappled with the issue. This is a quote from Carson. You look back to the beginnings of this country and our founders. A lot of people are trying to denigrate them now, saying that they were horrible people, maybe because some of them had slaves, and that America is a horrible place because we had slavery. Let's continue to quote. People who say stuff like that obviously don't have a good grasp of world history because every society has had to deal with slavery. And there are more slaves in the world today than there have ever been at any point in time, he added, before using human trafficking and sexual slavery as examples. He also defended the United States by highlighting the Civil War as a unique instance of an uprising against slavery. This is the quote, another quote. We fought a bloody civil war to get rid of the evil institution. And that's what we should teach our children, Carson said. Our history is nothing to be ashamed of. Adawan, Akim, there is so much that we could deal with just those couple paragraphs. But I mean, Cap, I mean, do you want to help the people out, because they might be saying to themselves, Captain Yergo, they might be saying, you know what? That makes sense. I know where he's coming from. We might have done some evil things happen in the past, but I have seen the mountaintop and things have gotten better. That's what they might be saying, Cap. Is there any words that you have for folks, sir?
God, I mean, that's just terrible, man. You know, we with brothers and we did a clip about Jeremiah 2:14. You know, the homeborn slave.
Salagi, sir.
You know, hey, can you hear me?
No, sir, but your audio is a little like there's like a interesting like kind of like a sound. I don't know if you want to either turn your phone sideways. It might be like the mic is on the table or something. I don't know if that'll help.
Let me see.
Yeah, so like you might have to refresh. Right? Your audio sounds good.
I might have. Okay.
Con. We'll definitely come back to you in a second, sir.
I'll come back in.
Good. Yo, Mark, I see you got a photo right there in the back.
Yeah. This is a quote from Benjamin Carson. He said illegal immigrants caught voting should be stripped of their citizenship. Like, this idiot. This is a dummy right here, top one.
Right.
How the hell is it?
Dumb as hell, a dummy, bro.
How the hell is you gonna be stripped of citizenship if you're an illegal alien? You don't have citizenship. There's nothing to be taken away here. You understand? But that's that's what it is. And I ain't really gonna harken too much on that quote because everybody make mistakes, man. But the idea that he's saying, what he's saying about slavery just goes to show you that he has no sense of justice. He can't be like, you said, is he running or is he just campaigning on behalf of Donald Trump?
He's campaigning on behalf of Donald Trump, who has more legal problems right now than a freaking rapper. He's campaigning for Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, then that's a little confusing because then, Donald Trump understands justice. He gets it. I'm pretty sure, he's probably in the same, realm of like a George Washington, right? George Washington, what was his name? What was it? Is it Junior? George Washington Carver Jr.?
Who?
The son. Who went to war with the Middle East over 9/11?
Oh, that's George Bush.
George Bush. I don't know why I'm saying George Washington. George Bush. Yeah, I knew it didn't sound right. Yeah. Right, but George, he's probably in the realm of George Bush. Like, if somebody hurts America, he's gonna go hurt them. But Ben Carson, to say that they shouldn't be ashamed of slavery. All that is doing is making black people feel like we shouldn't speak about what happened to us anymore. Right. Like we shouldn't get justice anymore. Like even reparations, right? I know a lot of black people speak about reparations. We need to get our 40 acres and a mule or whatever. They read that. They hear that from Ben Carson, a man who we was growing up from grade school, saying we supposed to be like him. Ben Carson was poor. He didn't have no family. He didn't have no shoes, and he made something of himself. That's who we need to be like. Well, then if that man says that slavery isn't shameful, then that means that we have no business talking about it. We shouldn't be talking about it. However, Donald Trump don't share them sentiments. He don't share that. Nah, if a nation attacks America or harms America in some way, Donald Trump gonna go get payback. He gonna go get it. Benjamin Carson, man, he like the scriptures say, he a dumb dog, and he don't. he don't bark on our behalf, man. Like, this guy right here. You understand? But this is your leader. This is who black people love, man. So
That's right.
I guess. But to hell with Ben Carson. Tell Ben Carson to come outside, man. Stop hiding.
Damn right. Hey, Cap. You want to go ahead and give it a try? See if the audio is good now.
All right, can you hear me?
Okay, that's definitely a lot better, sir.
That's a lot better. Okay, Musa and Christ. No, but I was saying before, I was saying Jeremiah 2:14, the Most High was asking, is Israel a homeborn slave? Why is he conquered? And the Most High knows. The Most High knows why he conquered. He knows that we turned our back on him and sinned against the Most High, and he knows about the coons that we have in our communities. You know what I'm saying? And he knows how evil and wicked they are. So he knows these things, and just telling us. But it was for us to think about it. It was for us to think about it. If you're not really paying attention, with people like Ben Carson, we will be back in the cotton fields.
Right.
We'll be back in the cotton fields real fast. So the Lord is trying to let us think. Why are you conquered? Why are you conquered? You following the people who I told you to separate from. That's one thing. And then you follow them so much, you hating the other black people. You hating, the poor black people, and Hispanics and Native Indians. You are going against your people. And you're being I mean, come on, man. This is what I said. Ecclesiastes 7:7. If you can get that for me, Ecclesiastes 7:7, brother.
Come on, sir. Come on.
Yeah.
So this is the
so we follow. Okay, Salakia. We follow Ben Carson and people like that, and listen to that dummy because he a brain surgeon. He can go and do this, and he be. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But he's an idiot. Right. He's an idiot. And you know what I'm saying? The Bible is calling him a dummy. Read that, brother.
Come on. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Now, oppression maketh a wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? Ben Carson is not mad because he's not wise. He's a blooming idiot. So we shouldn't follow him. You know what I'm saying? These precepts are specifically for him and idiots like him that think they rise to the top of the white man's community of the oppressor's livelihood, and now all of a sudden, I can go ahead and talk about slavery. Slavery is one of the worst things that could happen to a people.
That's right.
And especially our slavery. Come on, man. What was done to us? What was done to us? And you trying to brush that under the rug? You are an evil Negro. That's why the precept says, it surely oppression makes a wise man mad. He gets so smart in unto the white man's understanding that he's a blooming idiot. He's a damn dummy. That's why he's not wise. Makes a wise man mad. That's why the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K, we are wise because we're mad about what happened to us. We are mad about slavery, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? So, brother, read on for me.
Come on, sir. Salakia. And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Man, need I say more? A gift destroyeth the heart.
That's right.
Oh man! Now he's a brain surgeon. Now he can get on the ballot with the president. Oh now I'm saying. Now he can just go ahead. Now he solidified himself. Oh now I have brains. You know what I'm saying? But his mind is destroyed. His mind is so destroyed that he hates his people. He hates his people, and he want to join the oppressor so much. He hates his people and say, "Well, man, don't worry about slavery. Come on." What was slavery? How hard was slavery? You know what I'm saying? Idiots like him say, "Oh, slavery made us better." You know what I'm saying? He's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? And that gift that he got from the oppressor destroyed his mind. Destroyed his mind. Now he don't know where to go. Now he's going to stand up there and, you know what I'm saying? If he don't turn back and now, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. The Lord might just have him make him have a heart attack or something,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna make what he's a brain surgeon, right? The Lord might give him an aneurysm. What they call it? And when you have a blood clot in your brain, now the Lord might give him a blood clot in his big dumb brain for being so evil against black people. You know what I'm saying? With his simple ass. You know, man, that really make you sick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, evil Negroes like that, man. You're gonna come to as much as terrible as slavery was. I mean, please don't say nothing about slavery. I mean, come on, man. It's bad enough the oppressor is going to trying to hide it. Then our own black man, he gonna try to hide it. Boy, man. Because he a brother, I pray for him that he wake up. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? He might die tonight. Right. Lord might kill him tonight. You know, so like I yield.
Okay. Very, 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 very sad. Man, again, how the mighty have fallen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at what obviously how would be saying at camp? This is Steven from Django. This is Steven right here, bro. It's the same thing. This
the
brother
same spirit
would rather be snuggled up under Donald Trump's backside, you know what I'm saying, than to even contemplate, you know what I'm saying, being around his own people. He absolutely hates his people, because to say these kind of things is wild. You know what I'm saying? Going against what he said that America shouldn't be ashamed. But the scriptures say that, you know, I'm paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying, that day cannot come unless the man of sin be revealed. You know what I'm saying? And then the other, hold up, and he talking about shame. Hold on. The Bible is completely against that. Because, of course, if we go, I'll read it. If we go to Obadiah 1:10, it says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame cover thee."
That's right.
1:10, were they not violent against us during slavery? Did they not hang women upside down and pregnant women upside down and cut their belly open so the baby would fall out of their belly, and then they stomp the baby's head when it hit the ground? Did they not perform experiments on the women? Did they not cut our women open? Did they not tar and feather and quarter black men in the public square in the middle of the plantation? You understand? Did they not castrate black men? You understand? Go do your research. We mentioned Yarmark accidentally said George Washington. He was talking about George Bush, but it's funny you say that, because George Washington Carver, who at the time I thought you might be talking about him, but George Washington Carver, there are many reports. You can go look up audio of George Washington Carver talking, and he had like a voice like a woman into his 70s. Why? Because many reports say he was castrated because he was adopted by a white family, and they castrated him because they had a daughter, and they didn't want him to touch their daughter, so they castrated him. You understand? They did that.
Hey, Salakia, but yeah, I mean, you said George Washington Carver. Now I have to just go in on that, because brother, what they did to George Washington Carver was so terrible by castrating him. As you know, what was he, 9 or 7 years old? He was real young. He was a child. And the thing is, to hear his voice, and they talk about, he created the damn peanut butter, and he did this and that. He had a whole lot of inventions. But come on, he would have just really not invented anything had he had, if they were going to castrate him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's terrible, man. It's terrible that happened to him. And I used to look at him. I like growing up as a kid, and they show us the films of him, stuff like that and whatever. And you hear his voice, and you wonder why his voice was so squeaky, but that was never explained to us.
Right.
It was never explained to us. It was just some of his inventions. He invented this, he invented that, you know what I'm saying? So it was never told to us that they castrated the brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you heard his little squeaky voice, and you just like, you're a nice old man. Right. No, those dirty bastards castrated that brother.
That's right.
Didn't you talk about me about some effing peanut butter? He wouldn't give a damn about them peanut butter if he could have had his rod and everything and create babies the way he should be, you know. And these dirt man, oh, it's terrible. And things like that. Don't think that it just happened to George Washington Carver.
That's right.
Things like that happen a lot in slavery. That's what slavery is about, you dumbass, Ben Carter or whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? These are things that happened in slavery. It was common in slavery for them to castrate us. Boy, these Negroes, boy. Hey, like I said, I think the Most High for this truth. I think the Most High for having me understand the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because where would we go?
That's
What
right.
would we think if we didn't have this truth? We would be in the world thinking of all this wicked stuff. Come on, good gracious, man. Good Lord.
Damn right.
And then you see coons like this Negro stepping up.
Right.
Good Lord, man. Lord, how could you not be violent? How could you not be violent? You know he's a coon. You would just come running up and just, break his jaw. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's Salakia, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, boy, go ahead, brother. I yield, man.
Yeah, y'all. And if I could too, like when it come to brothers like Benjamin Carson and these black leaders who went like here's what black people got to understand. Whenever you see a black leader doing a campaign for any president, it doesn't matter who the president is, right? Whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's Donald Trump, understand this, right? They're no leader for black people. They automatically are cut off from being a leader. I'm gonna explain why, right? Because when you are a leader, when you're choosing a president or you're campaigning for a president to rule over us in this country, speaking about America, right? What you're saying is that this president has the best intentions, is going to do the best job for us as citizens in this country. But the problem is this. Here's the problem. At what point, like when we're speaking about slavery, which is the topic of this, what Benjamin Carson said, and during slavery, like the brother said, they used to hang us from tree to tree, right? They would cut the babies out of our women's stomach and use them for alligator bait. They would tar and feather us and beat us and molest us and rape us as slaves. Here is the problem. It could always go back to that. Here's what you don't understand. If they want to go back to that, it can go back to that. And this is what should be on the forefront of your mind. When you're choosing Donald Trump to be your president, who is to say that when he gets elected, he doesn't reenact slavery? Right. Who is to say that when he gets elected, he doesn't just say, well, you know what? All of the black people that's in America, you're going back on the cotton field. The military, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, the NASA space program, and what's the other one? The Coast Guard is all in that all black people are needed to go back on the slave field. And if they rebel, hang them on trees. Here's the problem with you idiot, stupid black leaders, with you stupid black Benjamin Carsons, you stupid black Jay-Z's, you stupid black athletes who want to promote any president. You are content with being spared. You're content with being spared. You're not living in America. You're being spared because the second that America decides to arrest you and to put you in prison for crimes that you did not commit, what power do you hold? What authority do you have? I don't see black people getting street lights changed like Dabawan said the Jewish man does. Right. I don't see people getting McDonald's shut down because there's heathen nations in front of the McDonald's. You don't have power in this place, man. The Central Park five little kids who was wrongly convicted of molesting and murdering a white woman in Central Park. How much power did they have? None. And you gonna tell me that their parents didn't know that they didn't do it? Right. You gonna tell me that their friends didn't know that they didn't commit that crime? No, they knew. They knew that them boys was innocent and they had no power to fight against it. So when you decide for a white man to rule over you in this country, you are comfortable with him looking at you and sparing your life. With him looking at you and saying, well, I'm not going to hang this nigga today. I'm not going to shoot this man 12 times in his back today. I'm not going to put my knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds today like they did George Floyd. Today you get to live. Today you don't get to go in prison.
That's right.
Today you get to be Benjamin Carson. But tomorrow you just another nigga like me. And if anybody disagrees with that, you're a fool. The Bible says Bible say oppression maketh the wise man mad. You a fool if you think anything else, man. That's why there
That's
is no
right.
but Commander General YAHANNA of the Israelite school of UPK. There is nobody else who has an ounce of common sense. Common sense to know that we are not in a place where we could rest. We are not in a place where we can vote for leaders and political leaders and politicians and congressmen, man, because we're second-class citizens. We're second-class.
Right.
If you don't believe me, look at what they do to the Mexicans. The Mexicans, I seen a video Thabawan that broke my heart. That broke my heart, man, of a video of these Mexicans. It was these Mexicans trying to cross into the border, and there was a part in Mexico where they couldn't cross. It was Eagle Pass. It was Eagle Pass, which is the same place that Captain Yatazak tried to go through to save the Haitians. And there was a part in Eagle Pass where it was almost like quicksand. And in the video, you see people who standing in the highway of America recording as a baby is stuck in the mud, stuck with his head up, stomach in the mud, screaming for help. And then there's another Mexican brother who was trying to get out the mud and a Haitian brother trying to help him. And because they're fighting, trying to help each other, trying to get out the mud, two of the brothers drowned in the mud on camera. As the baby is sitting there drowning in quicksand and no one went to help them. But you think we're supposed to vote. If them Mexicans go and vote, who gonna save them? Who gonna help them brothers from drowning in quicksand on the border of Texas? Nobody. Who the hell gonna save us in the ghettos of Harlem, in the ghettos of Durham, in the ghettos of California and Compton, and LA, in New York, in the Bronx? Who's helping black people? Nobody. But you're gonna tell me that we supposed to vote? Christ said don't vote for no man that's not of your nation, man. Christ said
that's
that.
right.
Bible says that, man. And one day we're going to learn to listen to the Most High, man, and to stop putting these oppressors over us, man, being spared by them, letting them have mercy on them devils. And I'm hearkening, man, but Salakia, when them devils come on them podiums and they say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, he is telling you how pitiful you are. He's telling you how nothing you are. You're not, you going to tell me you let a white man get up on stage on national TV and tell a bunch of black people that if you don't vote for me, you're not black, and you sucker, you idiot, you went and you voted for him. You voted for him. And then now, since Joe Biden has been in office, how many times have you stood inside of a street with a sign that said Black Lives Matter? How many signs has went up? How many tears is poured on the ground for mothers that teared and cried for their children that have been slaughtered by the oppressor for no reason? How many? How much? How much blood has been shed since then? You don't even know. It's countless, man. And guess what? If Donald Trump gets in office again, it'll be countless more. If Hillary Clinton gets in office, it'll be countless more. I don't care if they change the law and let Barack Obama get in office again. It'll be countless more blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that lose their life because we are in a land where we can do nothing but be spared. And that's what you comfortable with, man. That's what you comfortable with, man. You some second-class hoe. You some second-class hoe who is happy because the pimp ain't smacked you today.
That's right.
He gonna show you just how much of a hoe you are. But I yield. Salaki.
Damn right.
That's right.
Well said, brother. Well said. Most High Christ, we are definitely anti-Coon in the I.S.U.P.K under Commandant General YAHANNA. We love our people a little bit too much.
That's right.
It is what it is. When you love your people, that's a lesson I learned coming into this truth that is rung true. And it is why I know this is the home of truth, because no one else says it. And it's so real. You cannot love your people and love the oppressor at the same time. That's real idealistic. It sounds real nice because we all was raised on Disney movies and rom-coms and Hallmark cards to believe that we can all be friends. Yeah, Yarma.
I don't mean to harping on it, but can I show this a little bit of that clip?
Please go ahead, Baba.
Salaki, just so people can understand what I'm talking about and what I'm feeling here. This is a clip that I was just mentioning in
Oh,
Rio Grande.
let me just say, this is,
Salaki, Salaki.
warning. Let me just give like a graphic warning.
Oh
What
yeah, Khan, Salaki.
what you are about to see, what I'm saying, is graphic, and it can be, if you're squeamish or whatever, it can be very upsetting and unsettling. You know what I mean? So if you're triggered by that, you should, just turn off the podcast just for a second and come back in about 2-3 minutes. But yeah, what we're about to show is very graphic and very unsettling. All right? Yeah, bro.
Dos inmigrantes, uno venezolano y otro haitiano, mueren ahogados cuando intentaban cruzar por una zona pantanosa en el río Bravo que une a México con Estados Unidos. En un video difundido a través de las redes sociales, muestra el dramático momento en el que 3 hombres luchan por salir del agua en una zona de la demarcación fronteriza entre Tamaulipas y Texas, pero solo uno sale a flote. La identidad de las víctimas se desconoce, sin embargo se pudo conocer que el nombre del venezolano era Carlos. Hasta ahora, las autoridades de México ni de Estados Unidos han ofrecido detalles de esta tragedia que ocurrió este jueves en la frontera.
I'll stop it there. But if that don't make you say, that don't make you understand that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, I don't know. Right. If that don't make you camp ready, life ready, war ready, defend your brothers and to defend your sisters, man, against this tyrant that is called the oppressor in America, I don't know what else will. I yield.
Man. Man, that's just so heavy. It's a lucky too, man. It's like, when they say in Amos 9:8, when it say that the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
That's right.
And man, he sees all. He sees everything. Let's tell you, the Most High sees all that evil that's being done to us, and the things that we go through, and the way we die, and it's going to be payback for that. And that's the greatest thing about the Bible is this God's vengeance for all the atrocities we went through. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's up to us right now to be obedient to the Most High, so that time can hurry up and happen. I yield with that, brother.
Oh God, damn right. Yeah, that's heavy footage, bro. And I'm gonna just say this last thing. The next thing. But every single day, man, I just want to say, man, like, you better keep your faith strong, man. You're in this truth. You coming into this truth. You think about coming into this truth. You on the fence. You better keep your faith strong and make that decision. And as the scriptures say, I'm paraphrasing, make your election sure. Make your election sure. Because another scripture says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says that, if you join with them, you're gonna die with them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You shall be thrust. And you better believe America, you want to talk about payback? James Brown said in the song, The Big Payback. Well, you ain't seen the big payback just yet. The big payback is what the Most High is going to do to America. What the Most High is going to do to all the evil, all the perpetrators of evil on this earth. All the ones who have wronged so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. This is 2024 we in right now. You know what I mean? That footage you just seen might be from 2023, 2022, the latest. Certainly within the past 5 years, man. This ain't something from the 60s. This ain't the 80s.
That's right.
This was in October 2023.
This is from October, from less than what is that? This is from less than 6 months ago. This is from 4 months ago. Babies dying while somebody is recording at the border. And you're telling me that people are risking their lives, running through quicksand and mud and risking their babies dying Why? So they can come to America and commit crimes? Is this what you think I'm gonna believe? These people aren't fighting for their lives, man. No, you just tell me it because you're the devil the Bible speaks of, or you're some people like Ben Carson who, because you are really a selfish bastard, you'll join your oppressor. That's all Ben Carson and people like him are. That is a bunch of people who realize early on that if they tap dance well enough, if they sing well enough, if they play the game well enough, then guess what? They can stand next to Massa and say, are we sick? They can stand next to Massa just like Steven did in Django, man. You know, the whole movie, I love to look at, analyze movies. Me and y'all might do. We about to start a series on it. Y'all know that. He don't know that either, but I got it in the works. I'm thinking about it. But we always talk about different movies, bro. This is the last thing I'm going to land my plane. You watch that movie Django, bro, and there's so many things you can break down and analyze. But one of the main things that kind of can go over people's heads is just how selfish Steven is. Everything that Steven does is for Steven. Django has a wife that he loves and cares about. Django has relationships and things that he has to worry about that drive him to do things. Who the hell does Steven care about other than Steven? Nobody.
His wife.
Say it again?
His wife.
Maybe his wife.
His lover.
If he got one.
He do. It's the white man.
Right.
That's right.
Right. But
that's
all
right.
is because he cares about himself and he wants to be safe. And he wants to be in the shadows and not have to worry about, well, I might get lynched today. Right. I might get castrated today. I might be in a hot box today.
Be comfortable being spared.
Right. Exact. That's all it is. So all these fake leaders out here, your Ben Carsons, listen, they can't care about you because they're too busy caring about themselves. So they can't care about you. But in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, we don't have a choice. I have to care about my people. I have to love my people, man. And that's why this thing is so beautiful, man. This is the home of the truth. And all of these things happening in America, guess what? They're gonna pay for all of it. I pray you understand. You should not be on that side of this place. Most High in Christ. We about to move right along. I like that though. I like talking about this, man, because I always love, when we can go into these topics that reveal the evils of this world. I like bringing those out.
Somebody commented. They text me in the DM from Twitter. I guess somebody from Twitter is watching. And they said, bro, that doesn't make sense. If they're not supposed to be here, they're not supposed to be here. And what does the problems in Mexico have to do with us in America? Listen, Salaki. I'll be. I ain't gonna argue. First of all, I'm gonna be nice. You have Mexican citizens, right, in America, Mexicans who helped build this country. You got Mexican politicians, you got Mexican leaders, people who live here that are from Mexico originally, who helped propel America forward on its embarkment of being a world superpower across the world for all nations on the earth.
Right.
Well, then, their people, their lineage, their culture, their families, their ancestors are living in Mexico. And if Mexico is in such a distraught condition, then America is responsible. If not, then America shouldn't be responsible for what happens in Ukraine.
Right.
It shouldn't be responsible for what happens in Palestine. Or what happens over there. If America is not responsible for the condition of Mexican lives in Mexico, then why in the fuck do I have to send 25 cents to Africa every day?
Right.
On TV. I've never had a commercial come up that said I needed to send money to Mexico.
Right.
Against the tyrants and the treason against Mexico. I've never seen it. Because here's the problem. America is responsible for the condition of Mexico.
That's
responsible for it. You think America couldn't send troops in Mexico and deal with the cartel? You think they couldn't deal with crime and put a hold on the city and help to contain the condition of Mexico? You think they couldn't do it? Of course they could. They do it with Afghanistan. They
Right.
did it with Iraq and Iran.
That's
They
it.
tried to do it with Vietnam, but they couldn't stop getting high, and they got their ass kicked. But they tried nonetheless. If America
John.
wanted to do anything with any nation, they could go do it. The problem is they don't want to go do it, and here's the kicker. Here's why you should shut your mouth. They don't do it because they want the Mexicans to cross that border.
That's
They want the slaves to come to America so that they can help
John.
build the Jewish man, so that they can help work them orange fields and the banana fields and do the work that you don't want to do, Mr. White Man. That's why. That's why we're responsible here in America for the Mexicans.
That's right. That's right.
You better be you now. You better. Here's the question you should ask: when Christ comes back and He brings terror on you and your people, just remember that we ain't responsible for you.
right.
That's
No
right.
responsibility. You deal with that on your own.
That's right.
I yield.
Well said.
And
brother.
look, and the thing is, Salak, y'all, the thing is, people don't understand what America has done to Mexico. I mean, and then when you, man, I went to Tijuana. I went to Tijuana, and Tijuana looked like that. It looked like somewhere in LA because there was that many white people sitting out there, speaking English, not speaking Spanish. They were speaking the Spanish. They speaking to talk to the waiters and the waitresses. And then they went out there in Mexico and America pushed drugs in Mexico.
That's right.
Like they did everything. They pushed drugs. America is responsible for the cartels. What the world are you talking about? America is responsible for the cartels and everything because America is the biggest drug dealer of them all. So America pushes everything, every evil thing. I mean, come on, man. That's what Scripture say. The man of sin got to be revealed before Christ comes. You got to be revealed. You know. So all these things are going to come out the way. It was a devil behind everything. For the fall of every country, it was a devil behind it that did it. You know, and so, but when you come to talk about our people, Mexican, our Israelite brothers trying to cross, man, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? What happened to them trying to cross, you know what I'm saying? When their land have been destroyed by the oppressor. The oppressor came over there and destroyed their land, so they're trying to get to America.
Right.
They can't even stay in their own land because America, the oppressor has destroyed their land. They got to get to America, you know what I'm saying? And have their brothers and children die and drowning in mud.
Good.
How in the world you got to be some evil type of beast to say, oh well, hey, try to get a compromise for it. Why they shouldn't be coming here if they don't belong here? How the hell could you say that, you maniac? I mean, come on, that's terrible. I mean, come on, to see that video is awful. That's terrible. That's a terrible thing to see. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna say, oh well, they shouldn't even come in. Get out of here, man.
Oh, come on. No,
our oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's right.
Damn right, Anwar. So lock. If I could real quick, man, y'all, Mark, already know what I'm gonna say, bro, because we talk about it all day, every day. There's one thing that I cannot stand in this world, and it is people who lack self-awareness and people who are disingenuous. I cannot. It is like the bane of my existence. For you to be such a disingenuous liar and a bastard, to act like, well, if they're not supposed to be here, then blah, 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 blah. Well, who is the original supposed to be here? Who is the original? Who the hell are you and why are you on this land? I'll tell you who the original who the hell are you and why are you on this land is. It's the same people saying that Mexicans need to stay in Mexico. It's the same people who set up ICE. Same people who set up Border Patrol. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? A bunch of dirty, stinking, fat, hairy Europeans, you know what I'm saying, in rusty armor that were England's rejects, you understand, came over to America, and you know how they were able to do what they did and survive and live well? Because there were some people who had compassion on them. who had never seen them before, but said, "Hey, you're a man like me. You look like you need some help. You look like you traveled very far. Let me help you. Oh well, the winters here are very harsh. Let me show you how to put your crops. Let me show you how to keep the fish over the winter so you can eat. Let me show you how to build a house. Let me show you how to build a log cabin." Because somebody else was just nice and kind is why you have America today. It's why Ben Carson can slap his fat black lips, pause, and go for Donald Trump and campaign for Donald Trump. He can do that because so-called Native American Indians were just kind people. Well, what if they were like you? What if they were like, who are you? No, you can't. This is my land. You can't be here. You got to go. What if all of them collectively said that? Then we wouldn't even be talking about what we're talking about. So for you or whoever the hell you are to sit here and talk about, well, if they're not supposed to, what the fuck you mean not supposed to be here? This is their land, man. The so-called Mexicans, I.S.U.P.K, they've been here thousands of years before your ancestors even thought there was a such thing, because y'all didn't know, even though the Israelites already knew there was land over here. But y'all sent some Italian pedophile named Christopher Columbus, who also had sex with animals and contacted syphilis. Y'all sent him over here and y'all call him a hero because he's a thief. He steals land. He has a national holiday right now in America. Columbus Day still exists. But you want to say, oh, well, they're not supposed to be here. No, I'm telling you, people have no soul at all.
Exactly.
You have no compassion. I'm telling you, are barely human. You are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to the biological ooze, you know what I'm saying, that you come from. You disgust me, and I land my plane to lock you.
That's right.
With that being said, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to the Chain Breakers podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Officer. No, I'm just playing. But no, we got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time left. So, you feel me? We're going to get into another little story, man. It's sad stuff. We're going to get into it, though, man. I had this lined up, and I'm going to give you time, Yarmak, because I know you want to. I got a topic basically for you to end off the show. You know where I'm going when I send it to you. I'm going to give you your 5 minutes to just go in.
Well, we got the Twitter thing, too, though.
Twitter thing about what, though?
Post.
Oh, concerning the same thing?
I don't know. I don't know what you about to send me.
I'm talking about.
Oh, no, it's not the same thing. It's about.
Oh, something else.
The viral post, the post that went viral, but. I mean, we just skip the Twitter.
Let's do the quick. We'll do a quick one story, and then we'll use both of those, and we'll end on those, and we'll all talk about those topics. How that sound?
Yeah. We just however you want to do it. It's all good.
All right, it ain't on me, bro. Come on, bro. We all in together. But I want to just talk about this this next thing. Spend maybe 10, 15 on it. Salaki. Where we go? Sad one, another sad one. Saw the number and I couldn't believe what I was reading. This story here is from the Shade Room. Bear with me. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Nope,
Y'all heard
here we
about
go.
the
And this. So what?
I said this is real quick. Y'all heard about the AIDS story?
No, what happened?
Nah, it was a woman at St. Aug in Raleigh had accused his brother of giving her AIDS and like had text messages and all kinds of stuff. And pretty much this shit made national news that this man had AIDS and his picture was out there and everything, and everybody was like sending him death threats, all kinds of stuff. And so he eventually came out and was like, yo, she lying. Like, I don't have fucking AIDS. Like, I'm about to go. So he paid $129 for the test. And he went live and showed and cleared his name. Basically, long story short, he cleared his name and it came out that the woman was dead ass lying on the brother about having AIDS. So now celebrities like Tusi then came out like, look, bro, when I'm in the city, I got a section for you. The host and promoters in Durham is like, yo, if you come to the club, I got a section for you, because people were literally sending him death threats because they thought he was passing AIDS.
Wow.
That just goes to show you, man, these y'all sisters are dangerous.
Word.
This is a crazy world that someone could just say, oh yeah, so-and-so gave me AIDS, and then the world would damn near almost kill this man. Just because this woman is lying. And it goes, I just had to bring this up real quick because it goes back to the scripture. I remember General Muhammad was breaking it down when it was like, when a woman cries, the earth cries with her. And then the men come and try to solve the problem, because like a baby, you'll do anything to stop a woman's tears, to stop her crying. And it's like, man, this just goes to show us a lesson. Like, brothers and sisters, we gotta be mindful, man, because that is a crazy ass lie to put on somebody. Like, damn, man. I just have to put it up real quick though, because that was crazy.
Bro, that's but wild. It's sad. I tell you, bro, it's a scary world. It's scary outside. It is scary for someone to do that, bro. Like, people are off the rocket, man. What you say, bro? Put the pill in your mouth. Pause.
Yeah, man.
If you have a mental illness, you are diagnosed with anything, listen, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less of a strong person. None of it. Listen, put the effing in your goddamn mouth. Get the 8 ounces of water and drink it, and take the effing pill. Because if you love anybody, you want to be sober and stable for the people around you. Because when you don't take the pill, all of a sudden you start doing outlandish things like what the brother just said. So people who got mental illness, please, 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 you know what I'm saying? Again, don't feel bad, but do what's right. All right, do what's right. I got it right here. This is another story out of North Carolina, bro. I'm gonna just read a little bit and let's get into it, man. You know, this that violence I was talking about, man. This is why America needs to be shamed. It says North Carolina man wrongfully imprisoned for 44 years in rape case receives settlement. Ronnie Long, who spent 44 years in prison following a wrongful conviction, has been awarded a $25 million settlement. This significant amount represents the largest payout, the second largest payout ever by the state of North Carolina for a wrongful conviction case per CNN. Long's story is an extraordinary case of justice long delayed, but finally served. His conviction is shedding light on the issues faced by wrongly convicted individuals in the justice system.
That's crazy. They kind of go hand in hand.
Right, exactly. This happened in 1976. In 1976, an all-white jury in North Carolina convicted Ronnie Long, a black man, of burglary and raping a 54-year-old white woman. He denied committing the crimes. His case drew significant attention due to the unusual circumstances surrounding his conviction. The court sentenced Long to 80 years in prison despite evidence law enforcement suppressed at the time. That evidence included semen samples and fingerprints from the crime scene, which didn't match Long. Over the decades, numerous parties have made appeals on Long's behalf, shedding light on issues and misconduct in his trial. The case gained national attention and highlighted the issues that can lead to wrongful convictions. A federal court finally exonerated Long in 2020 after he had spent over 4 decades in prison for a crime he did not commit. It found that Ronnie's trial had violated his constitutional rights. I'm just going to show a clip, and then I want the Ottawa to comment on the lock here.
44 is crazy.
cases that mean so much. It has been a long time coming.
Ronnie is relieved. He's relieved that finally there is a public recognition and an apology of what was done to him and his family.
Ronnie Long was just 20 years old and living in Concord when, as a young black man, he was accused of raping a prominent white woman. Police built a bogus case, lying on the stand, hiding evidence that proved his innocence and tampering with the jury.
Not only did law enforcement officers lie, but prosecutors were engaged in an active campaign to ensure that despite the evidence of Ronnie's innocence, he remained incarcerated all these years, well past the time it was obvious that they had a wrongful conviction.
In August of 2020, Long was exonerated and freed after 44 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. The governor pardoned him and the state compensated him just $750,000. He told us then it wasn't nearly enough.
North Carolina intentionally put me in the penitentiary. And you tell me still $150,000? It was 44 years of my life.
Long filed a civil suit last year, and now the city of Concord is paying up with a record-setting $22 million settlement and an apology.
Here, the city of Concord really owned up to the past misdeeds of city employees, which is really remarkable. I don't know of any other case where a municipality has issued such an apology as part of a civil settlement.
As part of the settlement, the city of Concord, quote, acknowledges and accepts responsibility for the significant errors in judgment and willful misconduct by previous city employees that led to Long's wrongful conviction and imprisonment. The State Bureau of Investigation is also paying out $3 million, making the $25 million settlement the biggest in North Carolina's history for a wrongful conviction.
I think the message it sends is that both the city and the State Bureau of Investigation recognized that there was significant harm done here. And although money can't fix it, I think symbolically, when it's a large number like this one, I think that sends an equal message of apology.
Does the number sort of indicate how egregious the case was?
I think it's a big indicator of how egregious this case was.
We're told Long should actually have a check in hand this week. We've spoken with him and his family. They are relieved, and we hope to sit down with them on camera in the coming week. Back to you.
Woo! So 25 million. Is that enough? I mean, y'all wish y'all would do. Y'all would go to jail for 44 years if you knew 25 million was big.
Wait, wasn't
So, it's not enough. It's priceless. It's not enough money they can give me. If 44 years of my life being in prison for a crime I didn't commit, it's not enough money you can give me, because if you give me 25 million, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to an island and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna sit there and on wherever I go. If I buy an island to live on, or if I buy a big mansion, I'm gonna sit in that big mansion and I'm gonna ponder on the years I spent in prison for a crime I didn't commit. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about people in the world, they're not in the truth. A person in the world, they gonna get out of jail and they gonna ultimately kill themselves. They're gonna sit there and ponder all the years they've spent in prison. Well, who knows whatever was done to the brother? Then you're gonna sit there and give you $1 million so you can sit back the rest of your life and ponder the hell you've been through. So the money is not even it's priceless. I mean, damn. I don't know what the hell you do. I mean, it's a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? But for being so evil and so reckless to a person, give that man 100 million or something. You know what I'm saying? Give him 100 million and let him sit back. Because he's gonna have a terrible. The rest of how many years he got left, they're gonna be terrible, because he's gonna think of the time he wasted in damn prison he didn't for a crime he didn't commit. So he's just gonna ponder that for the rest of his days. So give him 100 million so he can I don't know what the hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's a terrible situation. You can't give him no 25 million. I yield, brother.
Oh, damn right. Yeah. The crazy part is that originally they gave him $750,000.
That was sick.
He had to appeal that and fight that to get the 25 mil. So the state was totally okay with giving a man $750,000. 44 years in prison. That's crazy. I can't make sense.
And we all, Salakia, we all understand if he was a white man, he would have been like, he would have been on CBS News. He would have been on CBS News, and everybody would have had tears for him, and he would have got maybe something like $1 billion.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying. So we understand. You know what I'm saying. But we're slaves here. I wish black people and Hispanics and Native Indians would just understand that. I yield, bro.
Definitely. No, for sure. Calm concept. Y'all, Mike, was you about to say something?
Nah. Okay.
No sweat. No sweat. Here's what I want to say. Going to prison changes people. 44. You ever heard the phrase institutionalized? You put a man in jail, in prison, excuse me, for 44 years, then release him, give him money, whatever you want to do. As Ottawa said, it's priceless because this man is forever damaged. He will never be the same again. Period, point blank. It's not even something you can talk about, discuss, or debate. He'll never be the same again, period. He is forever. It's like going to war. It's like a brother that was in Vietnam or Korea, the Gulf, Iraq. You can't erase that. You can't. You can try your best. You maybe can get some therapy and so on, but still, it is what it is, and what happened is what happened. And this poor brother is just he's just one of many examples. There's so many examples, what makes it so crazy. He's just one that happened to get a big settlement. But think about how many brothers only got the 750 and never got the big settlement. Sisters. You know what I'm saying? Think about just how many brothers have gone through situations as such. And just imagine yourself sitting in a prison cell like, now, what if this brother would have... Imagine how many black men hung themselves in jail because they knew that they didn't commit the crime and they got life. And they hung themselves because they saw no way out. You know what I'm saying? And this is a consistent thing that keeps happening to our people. Whether they're wrongfully convicted or they put a death penalty, given a death penalty for crimes that they don't commit. When you're in some of them states like Texas and so on. You know what I mean? So this is just a really horrible, horrible stand. Again, that goes back to the shame of America. America should 1,000,000,000% be ashamed of itself. And the more America resists that shame, then the more me and my brothers are going to expose America, and the more we're going to show that they are exactly who we've always said they are, which is the devil the Bible speaks of. Because if they were real, if they really cared, if they were really honest, they were really good people, then they would accept the shame. They would accept it and try to right the wrongs, but they will not right the wrongs. They will just tell you, hey, look, it happened. It is what it is. Shut up. Let's move on. But in the I.S.U.P.K, we're not going to shut up and move on. We're going to expose them at every turn, every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Right. Most High in Christ. That's so right. That's all we have for that. But y'all, Mark, go ahead and get into it, bro. You before we get to before we get into this, you understand? What Shaq said, can you do? Before you get into this, talk about what you want to talk about first, and then we're going to get into it. Pause.
No, I'll just be quick, man, because, and I'll just share the screen real quick. I finally went viral. You understand? I finally did it, man. I made it to the viral club on Twitter, which I don't see too many brothers going viral on Twitter, man. And it really was simple. It wasn't even that, such a heavy post, right? But of course, we all seen this, right? This artwork by Lil Nas X, right, on his new single. And of course, you all seen the video of Lil Nas X doing the he had made a video where he was like eating the communion bread and all the cranberry juice. Like he just started just devouring all the bread and drinking all the goddamn juice, like just because it was good. So a lot of people were offended, but I had made this tweet right here, this comment, in which I said simply that Christianity has so many contradictions that it's hard to take seriously. And what I meant by that is that when you're a Christian, and of course the book that they ascribe to is the Bible, but when you're a Christian and the Bible says that a man should not lay down with mankind as with womankind. But then when you go into the church and you see that the Christian church is pushing home alternative lifestyle preachers and alternative lifestyle choir leaders and things like that, that in itself is a contradiction. Right. It's a contradiction to the Bible. So, this religion, it ascribes itself to something that they themselves do not follow. And so when you look at someone like Lil Nas X and you're upset about the theatrics of what he's choosing to do, it's almost disingenuous as a Christian to be upset with him. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's almost like how can you be mad at Lil Nas X for being alternative lifestyle? Right. How can you be mad at Lil Nas X for doing this if God loves everybody? I mean, if you can just repent and just accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and God will forgive you for all of your sins, then surely Lil Nas X will be forgiven for this picture, right? So, which is why I made my comment. This comment, of course, got 1 million views. 18,000 people liked it, which means they agree with it. And then we had a whole bunch of just comments, and I'll just go through, I guess I don't know if I can do it here. On my phone, I could go through the quoted comments, but I'll just go through the majority. Now, the majority of these people is just dumb, right? They can't read. So here, Command of Army said, I hear people say this a lot, but I never actually see anyone point out said contradictions. Now, throughout this whole conversation, right, I've pointed out many contradictions. Shout out to all the brothers that joined the chat. I think Tabawan, you joined in as well, right? But we pointed out numerous contradictions from the Christian church, right? And this is what you'll see them all saying. And eventually, I just started saying this coming to the Chainbreakers podcast, right? Yada yada yada. But the one thing what'd you say, Tabawan?
No, I ain't saying nothing good, bro. You got it.
The one thing that I wanted to point out, I wanted to find this one, right? Of course, shout out to this post right here. Make sure everyone who has something to say about my comments on the Chainbreakers podcast today from 12 to 2, call in. The lines are open. Let's see who get back what they say. Obviously, no one called in. The people who DM me, right, who said they wanted to call in, they wanted to debate. We had some who was of Catholic religion or Catholic faith who wanted to debate. Just make it note that the I.S.U.P.K, Captain Yagara, Officer Kowal, Officer Yaramaka, and Officer Tabawan and the Chainbreakers podcast was here today on Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. The lines were and still are open, and we have yet to see who had something to say. So we had over 800 comments, and nobody called in to stand on what they had to say in this whole thing. You understand? So a lot of people, I guess, got mixed up because they started talking about the Bible, right? A lot of the contradictions were made by man, though, not from the Bible. Like you made a point about how people and others believe in Jesus, yada, 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 not the Bible. This is an off-topic point, but Christians, when you come to debate, especially us in the Israelite school of UPK, you have to read to understand rather than to just to respond, because you're going to make a fool out of yourself. For all of you who said that the Bible doesn't contradict, the Bible is the only religious text that doesn't contradict itself, just read what the comment was. The comment was that Christianity contradicts itself. I mean, it was so many people who replied and said the Bible doesn't have any contradictions, bro. You're just retarded. The Bible this, the Bible that. God is true. I didn't mention God. I didn't mention the Bible. Right. I didn't mention Christ. I didn't mention the truth. I said Christianity has so many contradictions. And even one sister, right? Well, shout out to the sister who DM'd me. I forget her name, but the Northern Tribe sister who DM'd me, and she wanted to come on to the show because she thought I was saying the Bible had contradictions. I explained it to her. She apologized, and she admitted to the fact that she just was not paying attention to what I said, and she was emotional about the post. But she admitted to that, so shout out to her for that. But that's what all of you did. You are not reading, which is why you're not prepared to debate any of us, which is probably why you did not come on this podcast. I understand. So what I said stands. Christianity has so many contradictions, and it is too hard. It's so serious in the Christian church to contradict itself that you can't take it seriously. So what Lil Nas X did, of course, we know it's disgusting, right? He gonna have to pay for that. But if you're a Christian, I don't know. I don't know how much ground you got to stand on, with that. So that was my whole point. But we can yield. I yield off that. We can go ahead and move on.
God. No, that's no sweat, bro. I absolutely agree with that. It's just the way well laid plans, and everybody listen. This is something I learned a long time ago, and continue to learn in the truth. And I'm gonna say this, and I mean no offense by this. And Cap, if I'm wrong, let me know. How do I say this? You're an idiot. You are a fool. You don't know anything about anything ever. There's nothing that you know well. You're not smart. You're not intelligent. You're not wise. None of those things. I had to learn that. It is human nature to grasp on to your ignorance. It is human nature to grasp onto your feelings. When Officer Yarmouk said that Christianity has too many contradictions to be taken serious, y'all heard everything but what he said, because when he said it, it made you think about your sweet old granny. Right. You thought about Nana. That's what you thought about. You thought about Nana with the big hat that took you to church every Sunday. You thought about mommy who has the pretty little booklet that she writes all her favorite scriptures in, and she taught you to pray every night and all that. That's what you thought of, and so you got emotional and you got upset, and that's what it was. But if you were listening to what he actually was saying, he didn't say the Bible, he didn't say God, he was very specific. And then I had some idiot that I argued with in the comments on that post that tried to say, well, there's many different sects of Christianity, so you can't. And he thought he was eating. And I'm like, oh, if there's many different sects that don't agree with each other and they're all under the umbrella of Christianity,
yourself.
That mean they contradict each other.
They contradict each other, man.
Like, what are we talking about? Is Catholics, are they more Christian than Baptists? Or are they equally Christian? If they're equally Christian, then they're under Christianity. And if Catholics say that the Pope is infallible and whatever he says goes, and Baptists say that the Pope is not a representative of God, then isn't that a contradiction?
It's a contradiction. Somebody just called me a coon for my Latino comment.
What?
Yeah. I said, who was we? I need my Latino niggas this land as much as theirs as it is ours or whatever. And someone just said, coon.
Man.
Oh, man.
This is bro. Every single day is something new, bro.
How? Always the fake pages too, man. Y'all brothers out there on them fake Twitter pages, fake Instagram pages. What? Grow some nuts, man. Grow some kahunas, man.
Embarrassing. You're an embarrassment.
Yeah, like you from a page called By It's the Truth with a little stick figure holding a brain. Ain't got no pictures of yourself. You ain't got nothing. I told you about the other one, Thaba. Somebody, who would this dude said, man? somebody came in here and said, "Enjoy hell, nigger, chocolate nigger boy. McDonald's ready for you. You ain't gonna make the NFL, monkey nigger." Look, just so y'all know,
how they know? They say you're not gonna make the NFL.
Yeah, man. That's just so y'all know.
I ain't gonna say the name of the school, bro, but you sure that ain't one of your former teammates of a certain persuasion? They might know.
I don't know. The page is named Stupid Hoe, and then they blocked me after they sent the message.
Damn.
Oh man. Hey, y'all are silly, man.
That made y'all upset. We got more. Listen, every week we about to it's about to get very serious. We about to go in on y'all with these comments from Twitter. Y'all got so many opinions. I never knew y'all was so opinionated.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got so many opinions. Well, guess what? We're gonna give y'all an opportunity. But y'all, you know what's funny? I'm not even worried about it. Cause they're like nigh unto being lavender lads. Like they're nigh. Right. They're right there to being lavender lads. You are, for lack of a better word, a word that I want to use. One of my favorite. It ain't just New York slang. It ain't. Everybody uses it. Everybody in the hood uses this word. But there's something about the way a New Yorker says it that is just like if I could say that word, that P word, but I can't say it. Yeah. You just said it. I ain't say it. But that's the word. If I could say that word, that's what y'all are. Y'all are way too to come on this show and say anything. Because y'all know y'all got to deal with Captain of 10,000 Yagarwa. Y'all know y'all got to deal with Officer 1000 Kowal. You got to deal with Officer 1000 Yarmok, man. I'm just little old top boy. I ain't nothing. Y'all got to deal with them, the heavy hitters. That's what y'all got to deal with. And you're scared to deal with it. That's why you tell us you're going to come on the show, and then you don't come on the show. That's all it is. All right? So, but we going to keep giving y'all.
Hey, Salakia.
Yeah, sir.
And you know, I was just looking. I was looking over these notes I have since. Damn, these notes are about good. They're good 12, 13 years old. You know, and we prepare for everything. You know, I'm just looking at all the different councils and the SEA and everything, and all about that no good Roman Catholic Church, and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I understand whoever was going to come and supposed to come in battle or whatever. You know, they're afraid. You know, they actually did some research on the school. You know, they looked up Captain Tazariak and different stuff. So then, you know, the tail went up their ass and they ran. You know, so we understand.
Right.
Yeah, they tucked it very well and got loose.
Damn right. Man, but Yarmok, I gotta show one. I'm gonna show two clips and we done. We got two. Oh, we over two. I'm gonna show two little videos and Yarmok, I want you to go in. We done. All right, we done. All right. But let me just get these two videos real quick, bro. I'm gonna show you the original video, then I'm gonna show you a certain person's response to that video. All right. This first video we about to play is Druski posted this like a couple days ago. If you're not familiar with Druski, he's a very famous comedian. He said, "Them old heads that's trying to keep up and stay hip," right? And he's doing this from the perspective of an old head that was once a Q dog. Yarmok, what is a Q dog?
A pussy. I mean, Salakia.
This nigga gets clipped.
I had to throw that one in there. A Q dog is a is a man who has subjected himself unto the fraternity, which is a part of the Divine Nine, right? The Omega Psi Phi. I think they was founded in 1911 by 4 founders in Howard University in Washington, D.C. They stand for scholarship, brotherhood, perseverance. They listen to authors like Edgar Allan Poe, See It Through poem. That's one of the poems they say. And the Q Dog's mantra is that they run the yard, right? They go around, they wear purple and gold, they bark at women and men sometime, and they dance and do all this other crazy stuff that they do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's some fraternity that you have to get spanked in your behind to be in, and worship other gods to be in as well.
Woo. No sweat. That's crazy. Well, these Q dogs are very well known, especially out here in the South. I'm telling you, man, they're very, very popular. And this is Druski doing a little skit. Log
Hey, this is where I get that from, man. Nadia on it. That's one of my favorite posts of all time. When young boy pulled up on that motorcycle.
Yo, that's funny.
Hey, you seen it? You know what I'm talking about?
I see.
Man.
That was just funny. That's exactly how they feel.
So like it.
But Yarmak, if you want to cue it up on your side and have
I might
ready,
have to, man.
you might have to. I'm gonna play this and then one more video and then Yarmak's gonna break it down and we done. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Oh hey, Q dog.
Yes, sir. Well, you still got it, don't you? Yeah, you still got it.
16 cash flow.
Notice the Bluetooth.
Yeah. My birthday is 79. Let me get a.
Yeah, you know I played 82. 82? What year you played? Shit, in the 80s. Yeah. Yes, sir. I got to do all that shit. What? You still got it. Yes, sir. Come on now. Hey, Mr. B. Hey. Hey. I got it. Oh, let me see.
First chapter. Hey. FAMU.
FAMU?
Yeah, FAMU. I'll talk to you now. We'll chat. All right.
Man, I tell you, go out of here, you make a left down. Hello. Then they're going to go off to the right there.
Hey,
you're going to see a sign say, tell you another,
but I'm still.
I bet another short way. I ain't go off about 2 miles down there, and then
that was deep.
It's a little dirt, man.
You don't condone smoking nice.
We put that thing out.
Put it under, save it under your name.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm a good time.
Yo.
That's how they be though. That's how they be for real.
Nah, bro, for real, bro. I've never really met anyone that was a Q dog. Then again, maybe I have. Or maybe I might have met a brother who used to be one. You feel me?
You definitely have.
Active Q dog. But yeah, I just find that so funny because so many, the older brothers do act like that, especially, man, that whole fraternity thing, man, that's how they are. But check it out. So now here's the kicker though. Here's the kicker. The unfortunate aspect of that. While Druski is having fun, you know what I'm saying, and saying the little things he's saying and so on, right? Somebody didn't think it was funny. Somebody absolutely positively did not think it was funny.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, they didn't think it was funny. So let me just play this clip, right? And then y'all, it's on you, bro. Let's go. Here we go. Send it to myself. Q dogs. And what is that short for? What is that? What is the name of their fraternity again? Omega Psi Phi. Here we go. Bear with me. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. I got it right here. The water to everybody for tuning in, of course. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. We almost done, man. We appreciate everybody for rocking out with us today on the Chain Breakers podcast. All right, here we go. I got it. This is a response from a real Q dog of Omega Psi Phi. Let's hear what he had to say.
Lusky, Druski, whoever your name is. Hey, boy, look here, man. We don't play like that. Oh, no, I'm a real cute dog, bro. I don't play like that. All that throwing up. Hey, my dog, you got enough folks. You got enough friends. You got enough commercials, my dog. But we don't play like that. I don't know who you been hanging with. I don't know who you been talking to. I mean, I don't know if you got a new cute dog friend that just crossed yesterday. So I mean, you know what the hell going on? Cause you know they really ain't pledging no more shit. So I'm gonna tell you, boy, I pledged for $5. I got $5 20 years ago, boy. I was on $10. That's me. Yeah, I did this in real life. Like 12 brands on me for a reason. You hear me? I don't play like that, boy. All your LOLs and you laughing my ass off and the got. I'm a comedian too. I tell jokes too. I'm gonna see you a bit, boy. I'm gonna see you. And I'm gonna stand on business. That same business you keep on talking about in all your videos and all this, standing on business. We finna see how much business your fat ass standing on when I see you. We got to go to the grass, my boy. We got to, boy. That's on me and the shield. You hear me? I don't play like that. We don't play like that. I'm a comedian, like I told you. I got jokes too. Why did Druski cross the road? Because your fat ass were running from me. That's why you crossed the road. Now we finna see how many LOLs you get on this one, friend. Yeah, it's time to stand on business cues. Yeah, y'all get too nice. You out here with your Adidas pants on. You new cues wearing Adidas pants. You're dancing, line dancing. You ain't even hopping no more. You better get some dog in you. I don't know who pledging y'all. I don't know what you're doing, man. But look here, we pledge around these parts. All that signing your papers, getting online because your dad that cute. Oh, that got to stop, Q. Y'all too nice. You got to bring them camouflage pants back. Let these folks know that we means business. They taking the frat for a joke. And we ain't no joke. Oh, no. We barking around here. Hey!
That was a joke, right? That was a joke, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, I specifically remember around 2019 when the Q Dogs at Johnson C. Smith University was on the news in Charlotte, North Carolina. And they were on the news with a white news anchor. And the white news anchor said, well, show me the dance. And then they started doing the hop or whatever they call it, the strolling. And the white news anchor started strolling with him and was, hey, all like this, spinning, round, kick, jump, bop it, pull it, twist it. He started doing all of it. And they laughed and they giggled and they chuckled, which is why when I was at Johnson C. Smith, I used to run all them Q Dogs, even though I wasn't one. That's a true story. And if you up here watching, I hope you know that I'm saying that because you know who you are. Because you was a bunch of words that Tabawan wants to say that I can't say. Because that's your true nature. You understand? You hide behind a fraternity on some colors or some letters, but the truth is you really are there just so you can boost your ego and you can hate your brothers. That's it. Because you did not do nothing to that white man. And if you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm. There was actual people from Johnson C. Smith who was a little confused. They made posts about it because they didn't understand why they allowed some white man to do the stroll and did it horrendously terrible. But they allowed it and they giggle with them because you're only bad, you're only tough when it comes to being against your brother. That's the only time you're tough. You're only tough with Druski. That's it. You're not tough with your oppressor, man, because you know that it's really your oppressor's religion. It's really your oppressor's fraternity. It is not your own. This is disgusting, Tabawan. What do you have on the screen? Good night.
Is that what you said? Is it Omega Sci-Fi? Is that them?
Yeah, that's them.
This is what they do?
Yeah, they run the yard, right? They run the yard. And here's really the problem, right? Here's really the problem. The problem with me for them is that when you chant that it's about brotherhood and it's about bringing people together. Of course, the Divine Now was started in a time in the 1910s, 1920s as early as the 1908, 1903, it was around a time where we was dealing with a lot of segregation. We were dealing with a lot of racism here in America, and they were supposed to be about the benefit of black people in America. We were supposed to be bringing people together. At least that's what they say. So when you come from something like that, saying that that's what you're a part of, and then you say you're going to hurt Druski for paying homage to your fraternity, which is where I guess they don't understand that, Tabuan. Any publicity is good publicity. He's making you relevant by being you, by acting like how you act, and he ain't lying. What he said was the truth. He did a damn good job of it. If he wasn't a comedian, I would have thought he was an actual Q-Dog who was 48 years old. But you want to hurt your brother because that's your claim to fame. And that has always been our claim to fame to any organization. Any organization that we've tried to create in America, our claim to fame has always been that we had to be better and stronger than black people. We had to beat black people up. And that's what these fraternities is about, man. If you're not in a fraternity, you're a GDI, a goddamn individual. That's what they call you. If you're not a Q-Dog, you ain't with them. You can't break the line. You can't wear their colors. You can't do no moves that's halfway similar to what they're doing. Otherwise, they're going to jump you and beat you up. And that's really what this is all just about, man. It's not really about anything else, because if it was about brotherhood, then you wouldn't jump somebody because they wearing a Q-Dog shirt. Like, just get this type of one. That shirt that man has on before he cut it off, if you wear that shirt to a college campus, they are going to question you and then jump you if you don't have the right answers.
Wow.
They're going to ask you what your dog tag is. And if you don't have the answers for it, they're going to jump you. But then they'll turn around and say, our fraternity is about brotherhood. After they jumped you. That's what they'll do.
Good. So you telling me, Salak, your brother, you telling me that if I have a brother who was a Q-Dog and he might have, he's away, but he left, one of his shirts in the laundry, and I need to throw on a shirt real quick, run to the grocery store, and I throw on my brother's shirt that happens to say Omega Sci-Fi on it, and I run to the grocery store and there's a couple of Q-Dogs in there that see me. You saying they're gonna press me about a T-shirt, and if I don't have the right answers, they're gonna get physical and commit violence against me, assault me?
Yeah, they will assault you.
And they're gonna do that in the name of brotherhood.
In the name of brotherhood and scholarship and perseverance and seeing it through. Edgar Allan Poe.
Wow.
In the name of the founding, they're gonna jump you.
Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time making an enemy of these dudes. This is disgusting. What am I looking at here? Like, I thought a lot of this stuff was fake. I didn't think it was real. Come to find out, I was very, very wrong. Like, these dudes making them crazy faces and the tongue out and all of this. This is something that they really do, like, for real, like, to get on with these people.
You got to do it. You got to train. You got to practice. You got to get beat. You can't walk on grass. You can't have condiments on your burgers. You can't be on social media. You can't talk to women. You can't have sex.
What?
Yeah. It's a whole long list of things that you cannot do, that you have to do. You have to get spanked. If you're in Bloody Road chapter, which is the eldest chapter of Omega Psi Phi in North Carolina at Johnson C. Smith, you have to do 4 in, 4 out. You know what that means?
No, I don't know what that means. You
got to get spanked 4 times to come in and 4 times to go out every night you train. Every time you come in, spank 4 times. When you leave, 4 times. And as many times as you mess up during the middle of training, that's how many times you could get spanked. You got to do that. And if you're a Kappa, you got to get spanked and then hop across the room and then get spanked again, and they play tennis ball with you behind. You got to do that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be someone's tennis ball so that you can move your shoulders. I tell you what, I can move my shoulders like this for free.
Right.
I do it. You understand? Not that I want to do it, but no one should get jumped because they dance. You understand? Like I'm not even all the way upset with the idea that they have their little stomp the yard. There's nothing wrong with stomping the yard. You want to do stomp moves and choreograph yourself doing, then go right on ahead. Ain't no sin in doing that. But when you put these morals, these founding fathers ahead of the Most High, so much and so that you will jump and beat on your own brother because he wears paraphernalia of your organization, then you completely lost yourself.
Right. That's right.
You've completely lost yourself being in that fraternity or that sorority. And check this, the women are worse.
Good night.
Women are worse. They hate each other. They don't even like their own women. I remember I knew multiple lines of AKAs at Central, multiple, and they hated each other. And I just never understood it. Why? But they don't like each other. But
damn.
No sweat, top one. I ain't gonna harken too much on. I know we over the time.
No sweat. No, we gonna harken on it another day because this is not over. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is outlandish, but no sweat. We gonna talk about this, man.
We should do them interviews though. We should go out to Central, and we should go out to the plot, and we should take a camera and a microphone. We should say, "Okay, brother. So right now we here with what's your name? Well, they call me Omegatron." And then we'll say, "Okay, we're here with Omegatron." Right? Okay, so what fraternity are you a part of? Oh, make whatever he says. And then we just get down to it and be like, okay, so if I right now, do you consider me a brother? Like, yeah, man, we all black men out here, man, at HBCU, NCCU, Central, trying to make it. And I said, okay. So if I was to step on the plot right now, would you beat me up?
Mm-hmm.
Ask him that.
Hey, brother, you might be onto something. I might have to find me somebody. I mean, we got connections. I know you can do it, and I got other people that can do it. I might need somebody to make me an Omega Sci-Fi shirt. Now, I ain't gonna put it on, but I'm gonna act like I'm about to put it on and see what they have to say about that.
Oh, they're gonna jump on you. They're gonna jump on you. Well, they ain't gonna jump on you, of course, at all, because that is damn near death sentence if you think of harming any brother in the UPK. That's what you should know. You might can fuck with Druski, but you can't mess with nobody in here. I hope you understand that. I hope you get that. You understand? You got a college career to worry about. We don't care about life. Remember that. You understand? So just keep that in mind. So
that's a fact. Hey man, another great show, man. Chain Breakers Podcast. Hey, Salakia for going way over the time, man. But we just had these things we just had to get out. And again, we're going to work on it, get it better, get it rocking. We have made new enemies. Y'all better follow YAHANNA on that X, a.k.a. Twitter. We got new enemies. Chain Breakers X, Twitter, coming soon as well. We on all of that. We're going to be broadcasting live. We're going real crazy, man, all over the internet, man, making it pop. We appreciate y'all, man. So I can't roll call today because we were so way over the time, man. But we appreciate all of y'all. Next week, same time, same place, man. Rock with us, man. 12 p.m., man, 2 to 2 p.m., man. You know, sometimes the times get a little messed up again. It's basically because we were just doing different stuff. Most out, bro. Oh! That's what I wanted. We ended on this. Hold on, before you play it. Before you play it. Cap, was there anything you wanted to bring out before we close it out today, sir? So, Lucky Cap, I don't know if you can, if you on mute, sir.
I got you. There you go, Cap. We hear you.
Okay, you hear me now? Okay, hey, you know. I just get that. Hey, everybody Make sure you tithe to the I.S.U.P.K. You know, pay your Passover fee and get them to that Passover.
Damn right.
Everybody got to say, hey, let's
The
get
water.
it. Let's get it.
Oh God, the
Yeah.
water. The water. Y'all, Mark, anything you got to say before we clip?
Yeah, Passover, make sure you pay your tithe down there. Also, the javelin raffle. Don't forget. Also, I'm coming out with the javelin athletic line up javelin. I'm actually wearing a prototype right now of the workout shirt or whatnot. You understand? So it's definitely comfortable, definitely good for the gym. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's about it, man. It's like it.
Damn right. Damn right. Well, brother, take us on out of here, bro. Pause, man. Take us out, man, and let them know how we let them know that we know how they feel, bro.
Yeah, man. This for all y'all niggas hating on Twitter and all you Omega Sci-Fi theatricals out there, man.
Niggas hate me, huh? Pussy.
That's
We
what
know it.
Man. Chain Breakers Podcast, I.S.U.P.K. 1969, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You already know the vibes. Make sure you pay your Passover fee, $200 per adult over the age of 17 years old. It's going down. Get your hotels, get your rooms, get all of that done. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go crazy, man. We got so much, man. We got so much stuff in store. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, Durham is like a second home to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Durham is like my second home. We're going to have a blast. We are going to have a blast, you know what I'm saying, at the 55th annual Passover. So make sure you get all your affairs in order with that. To the brothers, we say shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabrak, thumb, and to the sisters, shalom.